Okay. So now take this problem. So obtain the frequency response and impulse response of the system. Okay, first you need to find out the impulse response and then its frequency response. So for the output which is given, the y of n, okay, y of n which is given half power n into u of n. Okay, so this is x of n which is given input and y of n I will write. So for this input x of n and y of n which is given, it has 1 by 4 into 1 by 2 power n into u of n plus 1 by 4 power n into u of n. So now this is the given problem. So they have given input and output both. So now we need to obtain the impulse response and its frequency response. Okay. So now for this input and output, so first you need to take the transformation. So since it is a discrete time, so we need to take discrete time Fourier transform. So now if you take discrete time Fourier transform for this, what you will get? So you will get x of e power j omega, okay, so which is equal to 1 over 1 minus half into e power, so minus j omega. Okay, so if you remember the DTFT equation, so if you substitute the x of n there, so you will get similar like whatever you get z transform. Okay, in the similar way, if you take the y of e power j omega, so now taking DTFT for output, so you will get y of e power j omega, so which is given by, so 1 by 4 divided by, so for half power n it is similar like this one, 1 minus 1 by 2 e power minus j omega plus 1 over 1 minus 1 by 4 e power minus j omega. So now this is the output and this is the input which we have taken DTFT. So now if you take the ratio, you will obtain the frequency response. So that is h of e power j omega, so which is given by y of e power j omega divided by x of e power j omega. Okay. So now if you take the ratio, so whatever you get, you take this one 1 by 4, so divided by 1 minus half into e power minus j omega plus 1 over 1 minus 1 by 4 into e power minus j omega. Okay, so this divided by 1 by 1 minus half into e power minus j omega. Okay, so this is what we get. So now we can divide this term and this term by separately by this. So what you will get? So we will get 1 by 4 divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 e power minus j omega. So this divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 e power minus j omega plus 1 by 1 minus 1 by 4 e power minus j omega divided by 1 over 1 minus 1 by 2 e power minus j omega. So now this will get cancel each other. So you will get the value in the first term, it is 1 by 4 plus, so here it will, so this will go to numerator and this will be in the denominator. So that you will get 1 minus 1 by 2 e power minus j omega divided by 1 minus 1 by 4 e power minus j omega. Okay, so this is your h of j omega. Okay, so h of or j omega which is equal to 1 by 4 plus 1 minus 1 by 2 e power minus j omega divided by 1 minus 1 by 4 e power minus j omega. So now again split these two terms. So you will get it as 1 by 4 plus 1 over 1 minus 1 by 4 e power minus j omega. Okay. So minus half into e power minus j omega divided by 1 minus 1 by 4 e power minus j omega. Okay, so now we know the summation, so which we already know. If k n equal to varies from k to infinity, and if it is alpha power n, we can write it as this one, alpha power k by 1 minus alpha. Okay, so now k value here it is 1 to infinity you can take. So if you take 1 to infinity, so this can be easily resolved. Okay, so now this we can write it as, so 1 by 4 plus, so 1 minus 1 by 4 e power minus j omega plus, so now the term 1 by 4 is there, so I want to get the same as alpha value. So here it is whatever we get alpha in the numerator also I have to get alpha to apply this formula. Okay, so what I will do, so I will just multiply by 1 by 2, and I will multiply denominator and numerator by 2. Okay, so then what you will get, so you will get, so this term we can write it as, so 1 by 4 plus 1 over 1 minus 1 by 4 power minus j omega plus, so now you can see 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 1 by 4 I can write, so I will retain 2 and write it as 1 by 4 e power minus j omega, and this divided by 1 minus 1 by 4 e power minus j omega. So now if you compare this one with this one, the k value is 1 here. Okay, so if I put k value n equal to 1 to infinity, it will become alpha power 1 by 1 minus alpha. So now this is, if you consider this as alpha, so this is alpha power 1 by 1 minus alpha. Now we can write it as this one in terms of the inverse discrete Fourier transform. If you can take the inverse discrete Fourier transform, so discrete time Fourier transform, whatever alpha is there, that to the power of n into u of n minus 1 we can write it. Okay, so if you, now if you take inverse, now if you take inverse dt of t, then you will get the impulse response. So now what is your impulse response? H of n equal to, so 1 by 4, so 1 we can write it as the del of n, the impulse function del of n plus, so now this we can see, so this we can write it as like your n equal to 0 to infinity alpha power n, this is 1 over 1 minus alpha, similar kind of this one. So now you can see here alpha value it is, so here it is 1 by 4 e power minus j omega. So now you can write that one as 1 by 4 power n into u of n. Okay, so plus, so this term 2 into 1 by 4 power n minus 1 into u of n minus 1. So since it is varying from 1 to infinity, so the k value here in this expression it will become 1. Okay, so just if you can compare this one, you will get like summation n equal to 1 to infinity 1 by 4 into e power minus j omega whole power n. So this is similar like this expression. Okay, so if I put the value of k equal to 1, so you will get alpha by 1 minus alpha. So the same expression is compared with here. So now for wherever the alpha is there, so that we can replace by 1 by 4 e power minus j. So that you will get the expression like this. So this is whole your impulse response of the uh, system which is given input and output. Okay, understood? Any doubt in this? Hello. So now we will move on to the solutions to difference and differential equation. So say for example, if the difference equation or differential equation which is given, so now how we can able to get the frequency response. Okay, so now we know the general form of differential equation. So now the next topic is solution to differential or difference equation. Okay, so now we know general form of the general form of differential equation. Okay, so now if we have, so the summation which is varying from k equal to 0 to m ak into, so d power k into y of t divided by dt power k. Okay, so this we can, in the left hand side, the output, whatever we represent, and this is the input, k equal to 0 to n bk into t power k into x of t divided by dt power k. So this is a general form. So now k value, whenever k value varies, so then it will vary. So that differential equation, it will vary. So now if you take the Fourier transform for this, okay, so take the Fourier transform for this both sides. So now what you will get, so wherever the y of t is there, you will take the Fourier transform for that. So then your differential equation, it will become k equal to 0 to m ak into, so now whatever the Fourier transform you will take for y of t, since it is a power of k, so you will get j omega power of k, okay, into y of j omega. Okay, so now if you recall the Fourier transform equation, so we will come to know what is y of j omega. It is integral from, varies from minus infinity to plus infinity. So whatever x of t into e power minus j omega t into dt. So that equation if you take, so you will get y of j omega. In the similar case, if you put for input the Fourier transform, you will get k equal to 0 to n bk into j omega power k into x of j omega. Okay, so now here, now we can take y of j omega by x of j omega. That is our actual frequency response. That is h of j omega. That is, we will get y of j omega divided by x of j omega. So now if you take y of j omega by x of j omega, so we will get the expression as summation k equal to 0 to n pk into j omega power k. So this divided by k equal to 0 to m ak into j omega power k. Okay, so now you can see this is the frequency response of the system, and even we can define for similarly for the difference equation also. So now for the difference equation, so in the similar fashion we can also write the general form of the difference equation, the frequency response. So now if we have the general form k equal to 0 to m, in the similar way ak into y of n minus k. Okay, so this is the difference equation, general form. Okay, in the similar way we can write k equal to 0 to n bk into x of n minus k. So now taking the dtft on both the sides, so now we will get summation k equal to 0 to m ak into, so now this one we can write it as e power minus j omega power k, because the value varies here, the k into y of e power j omega. In the similar way at the input side also, which is k equal to 0 to n pk into e power minus j omega power k into x of e power j omega. So now similarly if you want the frequency response, so which is given by y of e power j omega divided by x of e power j omega. So this will give given by k equal to 0 to n pk into e power minus j omega power k divided by summation k equal to 0 to m ak into e power minus j omega power k. So this is the general form of the frequency response with respect to difference equation. So now whatever the value of k we will get in the difference equation or differential equation, according to that, so we will get the frequency response. Okay, so now we will going to find one problem. So based on this differential and difference equation, then we will going to get how we can get the frequency response. Okay, so now we can take this one. So the differential equation dy of t divided by dt plus 8 into y of t, which is equal to x of t. So now this is a one differential equation. So now here you have to get for this differential equation what is the frequency response. Okay, what is the frequency response? So why we are taking a transformation? Because we are converting the time domain signals into a frequency domain in order to know its frequency response. So in order to convert the time domain signal to frequency domain, we are taking corresponding transformation, that is Fourier representation transformation. So if it is a discrete time, we are taking DTFT. If it is a continuous time, we are taking a Fourier transform. Okay. So now for this differential equation, so now we need to find out the frequency response. So now since is a continuous time signal, so take the Fourier transform for both the sides, input and output. So since the k value is 1 here, okay. So since k value is 1, so we have j omega power k. Okay, so now since the k value is 1, we are putting j omega power 1 into y of j omega plus here 8 into y of j omega, so which is nothing but x of j omega. Okay, so now we can take the y of j omega common, so we will get 8 plus j omega, so which is equal to x of j omega. So now we know the equation for frequency response, h of j omega, so which is equal to y of j omega divided by x of j omega. So this will give 1 over 8 plus j omega. Okay. So now we can have this equation for Fourier transform or inverse Fourier transform. So we will come to know the expression for this. So this will give, so the impulse, that is impulse response in time domain. Okay. So h of t. So because if you take inverse Fourier transform for h of j omega, whatever it is there, so then you will get the impulse response in the time domain. Okay, so this will give e power minus at into u of t. So just if you take the Fourier transform equation and if you substitute it, h of t similar like, you will get this one. Okay, so this is similar like whatever you do in the z transformation. Here we are applying the Fourier representation. Okay, so this is what your the impulse response and the frequency response. Okay, so now you try to do it one more problem. So we have already done this one. Whenever if you have e power minus at into u of t in general x of t. Okay, so we have find out x of j omega, which is nothing but 1 over a plus j omega. This is the general form. So whatever the value of a it is there, so that value you have to put. So now since if you compare this, whatever our obtained frequency response, here in place of a it is 8, so we have to get the impulse response e power minus 8 into u of t. Okay, so this is which we have already done in the Fourier transform. Just look it back and we will get the general equation, this one. Okay, is it understood? Any doubt? Hello, hello, any doubt regarding this? Hello, Okay, so try to solve this one, or I want you to solve, you only have to solve and tell me the answer. So t square y of t divided by dt square plus 5 into dy of t by dt plus 6 into y of t, which is equal to minus dx of t by dt. So now find the frequency response and corresponding impulse response. So try to find out this one. What is the impulse response? Have you done? Hello, Gaganeshri? Hello, Mohan Raj? Have you done? Hello, Mohan? Janavi? Hello, Janavi, doing? Okay, so take the Fourier transform both the sides. So I will get j omega whole square into y of j omega plus 5 into j omega plus 6, sorry, 5 into j omega into y of j omega plus 6 into y of j omega is equal to minus j omega into x of j omega. Okay, so now we can find out, take common y of j omega into, this is j omega square plus 5 j omega plus 6, which is given by minus j omega into x of j omega. So now we can try to find out h of j omega, which is equal to y of j omega by x of j omega. So now this will be given by,
Their screen.
okay, so take the Fourier transform. Okay, so you will get j omega square into y of j omega plus 5 into j omega into y of j omega plus 6 into y of j omega. This will be equal to minus j omega into x of j omega. Okay, so now take y of j omega common, and if you take the ratio of y of j omega by x of j omega, you will get minus j omega by j omega square plus 5 j omega plus 6. So now this we can take the roots of this equation. We will get j omega plus 3 into j omega plus 2. Okay, so we will get that roots. So now by using partial fraction, we need to get the values of k1 and k2. So by partial fraction, okay, so k1 is equal to j omega plus 3 into h of j omega at j omega equal to, so minus 3. So if you evaluate this one, you will get k1, and this is j omega plus 2 into h of j omega. So this j omega you should evaluate at minus 2. So what you will get k1, so you will get minus j omega by j omega plus 2 at j omega equal to minus 3. So if you put minus of minus 3 divided by minus 3 plus 2, so what you will get, 3 by minus 1, so we will get minus 3. Okay, so similarly k2 minus j omega by j omega plus 3 at j omega equal to minus 2, so we will get minus of minus 2 divided by minus 2 plus 3, so this will give 2 by 1, which is equal to 2. Okay, so now we can express this h of, this one generally we express the h of j omega equal to k1 by j omega plus 3 plus k2 by j omega plus 2. So now correspondingly k1 and k2 if you substitute, so you will get h of j omega, which is equal to minus 3 by j omega plus 3, and here plus 2 by j omega plus 2. Okay, so now if you take the inverse Fourier transform for this, you will get a h of t. So if you take h of j omega equal to minus 3 by j omega plus 3 and plus 2 by j omega plus 2. So now this is in the form of 1 over a plus j omega, which will give e power minus 80 into u of t. So now we can get h of t as minus 3 into e power minus 3 into u of t plus 2 into e power minus 2t into u of t. So this gives h of t as so 2 into e power minus 2t minus 3 into e power minus 3t into u of t. So this is your impulse response. Okay. Now in the similar way we can do it for a difference equation also. Okay. So you can take this difference equation and you can do it y of n plus half into y of n minus 1 which is equal to x of n minus 2 into x of n minus 1. So now this is the difference equation which is given. We have to find out the frequency response. So if you want to get frequency response, now take the dt of t for this. So we will get y of e power j omega. So plus half into e power so minus j omega into y of e power j omega which is equal to x of e power j omega minus 2 e power minus j omega into x of e power j omega. Okay, so now we can take y of e power j omega common. We will get 1 plus half into power minus j omega, and here if you take x of e power j omega common, so we will get 1 minus 2 into e power minus j omega. So now your h of e power j omega, the frequency response, which is given by y of e power j omega by x of e power j omega. This will give 1 minus 2 e power minus j omega divided by 1 plus half into e power minus j omega. So similar like whatever you got 1 over a plus j omega. In the similar way, this also can be solved, and this we can split it as 1 over 1 plus half into e power minus j omega minus 2 into e power minus j omega by 1 plus half into e power minus j omega. So now I will divide and multiply by 2. So I will get 4 into half. So if I do like that, so I will get the value which is 4 into 1 by 2 into e power j omega. So now you can see here. So this term we can express this term can express in the known form. So now you take the inverse dt of t. Okay, so you will get h of n. Okay, so now what is h of n? So here it is plus is there, so we will get minus half power n into u of n. Okay, for this one, and for this one minus 4 into half power n minus 1 into u of n minus 1. So since it is nothing but alpha by 1 minus alpha, so in the similar way it is there. So here it is minus half power minus n minus 1. So since it is here it is plus, so we will get like this. Okay, so in the similar way here it is there. So if we have x of n, okay, which is equal to half power n into or a power n into u of n if you have, so this will give 1 over 1 plus a into e power minus j omega. In the similar fashion it is there here. Okay, so generally this is 1 minus, okay, a power n if it is there, it is 1 minus a into e power minus j omega. Similar like does the z transform, just we replace e power minus j omega by z. So in the similar fashion we can write here also. So now this is the h of n, the impulse response. Okay, so now we have the differential equation, okay, here, and differential equation in the previous problem and difference equation in this problem. So if we have this type of equations, we get the impulse response, right? So now if the impulse response is given, how to get the differential equation or difference equation? So that is also one of the type of problem. If we have the impulse response, convert it into a differential or difference equation. So one such problem we will do, take impulse response in time domain h of t and get back the differential equation. So now solve for the differential equation when the system is having impulse response h of t. Okay, so h of t, which is given by 1 by a into e power minus t by a into u of t. So now impulse response is given. So now solve for the differential equation. Okay. So now how to get? Now first you need to take the Fourier transform for this. Okay. So take Fourier transform. So you will get h of j omega, which is given by 1 by a into 1 over. So in place of a here, it is minus 1 by a. 1 by a it is there. So that's why you will get 1 by a plus j into omega. Okay. So now this is your h of j omega. So now that we know h of j omega, which is nothing but y of j omega by x of j omega. So now that will be equated to 1 by a into 1 over 1 by a plus j omega. So now divide this 1 by a to here, or we can cancel 1 by a, or you can take a common here, and you will get like a into, so 1 plus aj omega divided by a. You will get like this. So a will get cancel each other. You will get 1 plus a into j omega. So this is your the final h of j omega. Now h of j omega, we know the ratio. So now cross multiply this one. So we will get 1 plus a j omega into y of j omega, which is equal to 1 into x of j omega. Okay, so now multiply this one. You will get a into j omega into y of j omega plus y of j omega, which is equal to x of j omega. So now taking inverse Fourier transform here again, taking inverse Fourier transform, so we can express this as in terms of differential equation. So how we can express? So j omega power 1 is there. So now we have to get a single power differential equation. So we will get y of t. So whatever a is there, the a value, it will be retained as it is as a constant. Now plus here y of t, and similarly here x of t. So now this is the differential equation where you will going to get whenever the impulse response is given. Okay, so now for the difference equation, I'll just give the h of n. Now you try to obtain the difference equation by your own. Okay, so try to solve for this and you can get the answer. If you don't get, you can ask. Okay. Del of n plus 2 into half power n into u of n plus minus half power n into u of n. So now this is the h of n is which is given. Now obtain the difference equation for this. Obtain the difference equation for the impulse response which is given. Okay, so now try to obtain this one and tell me, and if you don't get, I will solve this also. Okay, so is there any doubt till now? Hello, anybody has doubt? Deepika, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yashalakshmi, Yashaswini?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay. So to solve for that impulse response, that is solve for the difference equation which I have given h of n, and we'll do some more problems in the next class.